The secret of life is education through experience. I didn't say that. Swami Vivekananda said that. I can assure you that my life has been a hell of an experience and I've learned a great deal from it. You have as well. And our guest today is another advocate of the same philosophy. Thank you for joining us. This is edCafe. This is the place where we showcase the next level technology in education, where we bring in people who share their impeccable experiences with us every time, a new unique experience just for you. Stay tuned with us. Thank you for joining us. Today we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Pankaj Gupta, Director, VSPK Group of Schools. I would like to introduce him, but I think it would be better if he introduces himself. So over to you, Mr. Gupta. Tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Pankaj Gupta and Director, VSPK Group of Schools. We have 4 campuses, 2 in Delhi and 2 outskirts.
All right.
Delhi ones are in Rohini and Pitampura, others are in Jaipur, Rajasthan state, and Sonipat, Haryana state. So we have started with this venture in 2003.
Okay.
And since then we have been trying to expand, and we are expanding into other states. So I have done my engineering and business administration. Okay. And I have tried my level best to incorporate whatever knowledge I have gained to practical expertise with my team.
So Mr. Gupta, for all the people I've talked to so far, the young educators are usually coming in from various backgrounds and then dropping into education. And this is the question, it's a standard question I ask every one of them. You started with engineering, then an MBA, you were meant for a corporate life, but you landed in education. How so?
I meant for a corporate life, that's very much true, because I was to join Cognizant.
Okay.
But I didn't join. I went for my further studies. What has happened that I got a mix of every field. Okay. I was in science. Then I switched to business administration. Then I did professional accounting. Now, what has come out of me is, best of all, when I do accounting, I try to incorporate my computer knowledge, which I've gained from engineering, into that. When I do computer work, I try to be very well financially stable there. So I try to incorporate the expertise that I have gained from each field together in my work. Education was, you can say it was not meant for me, but yes, since it was our own family owned venture, I had to come into it. I thought of going into corporates, but I could never touch that also. Because soon after I was here, I was put up back into this education sector. The second venture that we started in 2008 after my completion of studies, that has to be taken up by me.
Okay.
So after that, expanding into 2 more ventures was keeping me busy all the time. And now when the dynamics of education sector are changing at such a fast pace, it is not just full-time job, it is an overtime job. sustaining to that levels of expertise and quality assurance, it is not a full-time job, it is more than that. Yes.
So that's a good thing that you got into education. People need young educators like yourself, and from your past experience I can tell that you are the perfect example of experiential learning. How you've been implementing your own learnings into your day-to-day work is phenomenal. But at the same time, I would like to understand how the transition has been for you. I mean, since you never, in a way, education industry came to you as a blessing in disguise, maybe.
Yes.
But then again, while it wasn't How was the transition?
See, if I talk of transition, as soon as I completed my engineering, I was having the similar options that every upcoming engineer would have. Company offer letters and joinings and all. So it was hard to divert, but at that time it was not my work, it was my further education that diverted me. Okay, so I was like, okay, let me just wrap up with my education part first, and then probably I'll come full-fledged into work. So I went to Australia, did my couple of degrees, and then I came back. Then again I had a good offer of staying back in Australia, working in Australia, leading a very peaceful life, a very contented life. But then again, see, it is all a family affair and a family bonding that has brought me back. And probably I could see that, probably my father would never come and tell me that yes, I need your support, but if I don't support him, probably I am not paying him back. So I have to be I have to be there with him all the times, no matter what happens, because he has worked very hard. He has grown from a stage where we probably wouldn't have seen all this, but he has built up this whole thing around us, that yes, you have to work, and if you can work for somebody else, why can't you work for me? Wherein you will have a scope to tell me what you want and how you want things, where I will give you an opportunity to experiment. So that clicked my mind, that yes, if I'm working for somebody else, I can be a part of their progress. Why can't be I be a part of his and our progress?
It does make sense.
So that was the italics line that I have gone through, that yes, I have to be together with my family for our progress. Though at first, I would be very honest, education line never entices me. Never.
It never does, I know.
And in today's world also, probably the pace at which things are changing, sometimes I am done with it. But then the second day I still get up at 6, and then I know what I have to do. It's a matter of motivation also.
It's a matter of motivation.
And it keeps, what do you say, discouraging you also. When so many things are changing, let it settle down first, then I'll do. Then I have in mind, by the night, I have some ideas in mind which I have to implement tomorrow morning to simplify the process.
See, that's the beautiful part, because you're carrying such a big legacy with you, and it in itself is a motivation to get up in the morning and start working early. And of course, the burden, just the sheer burden of it, is also demotivating at the same time. And that's what I want to know. Does it ever get overwhelming for you?
Yes. When my team comes to me for queries, I am overwhelmed that yes, they are working on what I am guiding them. There is no fun in just guiding and no work. So when I guide them, I am guiding them with a purpose. I have my targets, I have my focus that I have to achieve this. And when I see that yes, all my team and I am working towards that, I can see that coming near to me. So that is the biggest motivation factor, that yes, I am on the right path.
Taking you up on that, you're the best subject for this question actually. COVID came, and it has almost went for good.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yes. The past 2 years have been have been a massive change for a roller coaster, you can call it. A roller coaster for almost everyone, everywhere. But specifically for education, it has acted as a huge catalyst, I would say. Not just a catalyst, a humongous catalyst. Something that should have happened in 10 years or 15 years maybe. It just happened in mere 2 years.
2 years, yes.
Are you able to accept that?
I don't have an option. See, what I have learned during these years of my experience, accept what is there. If you don't accept, probably you will lag behind in your progress. So when COVID came, we have to accept technology. The technology became so dominant, so really dominant, that it triggered education there.
Yeah.
So there was a time when we used to tell no mobile phones in the school. And this was the time where mobile phones were driving education.
Yeah.
Where technology, convenience of technology was driving education. I can say that students haven't come up to 100% level, but at least that 50% of level that they have come up to, at least is the work done. It's not, and I'm happy. The 15 years of destruction was done in 2 years. That is good, so that we have more time to recover.
Yeah.
If suppose I have a student who was in class 6th, he would have grown up by then. He's in class 8 now. So probably he can still recover. He can still come to the level of board exams by the time he ends up in board. So that is a good part. That I'm happy with that. But yes, education wasn't the same, because I feel that technology has a very big part to play in education, but in moderation.
Yeah.
I cannot digitize my teacher. Digitize as in I cannot replace my teacher with a digital person.
Yeah.
So that intellect, that though we are progressing in artificial intelligence and everything, but see, humans were made to talk. If that talk and touch is absent, probably we'll be machines. We'll be very mechanical. So that is also important, and technology is also important. I always say, if technology is taking more of your time, it's a waste.
Yeah.
Technology is meant to ease your time, ease your workload.
Ease your workload, yes.
If you have to struggle with technology, probably you need to, you are not doing it right. So I am in favor of technology. I'm a technical person myself. So moderation is very much important. You should know where to draw a line.
Yeah, no, you're right. And if I start talking about artificial intelligence and AI replacing educators, then it's going to be a very long discussion, and I don't want to get into that.
No,
but yeah,
right.
At the same time, I understand your comment saying that yes, technology is very, very important, but it has to come in moderation.
It has to come in moderation.
Moderation is required, and of course, and there has to be some sort of checkpoints.
Yes,
at every part. But having said that, we've seen a lot of transitioning as to how interactions were done, not just the teacher-student interaction, but how parents were interacting with schools now, and how parents are interacting with school, have started interacting now, how schools are communicating with the parents, and henceforth, earlier it used to be a parent-teacher meeting, and or a parent could come to the school and directly meet the teacher and all. But now it has gone a more sophisticated way.
Yes.
One aspect of it was somewhere where do you really feel that technology is helping students achieve that experiential learning mission that you feel that is important for students?
Yes.
Or something that you actually follow yourself?
Yes, definitely. Like, technology is one part where experiential learning has a very good scope. Why? Probably if I talk of, I'll take a very small example. If I talk of NASA, I cannot take every student to NASA, but a simulator can take.
Yeah.
So technology does play that role, where technology gives you a feel of it to a very good extent, maybe 70%, 80% extent, so that students get a hang of it. Explanations via technology, animations, simulations, and probably on-hands experience. On-hands experience, where they drive the technology to see what happens if they do this and they do that. Their decision making power improves, that they have to make informed decisions, that they should know which path to go. So variety of skills are being built up using technology, and that is the beauty of it, that kids are self-learning themselves.
Talking about decision making, there have been a lot of talks around financial independence among school students. Not talking about college students, of course they should be financially independent, but financial independence among school students, and educating them on this topic has been kind of an argument between parents, all the technologists, student, parents, everyone. What is your take on that?
See, as far as financial dependency or financial discipline is concerned, it cannot come overnight. We cannot expect a student in grade 12th, you don't teach financial stability to him till grade 12th, and the next day you can't expect him to be financially stable. So the child has to be taught at different levels how to be financially stable, how to run your own expenses, how to understand that what I can expend on, how to decide that this is important for me, this is not in my budget. That is very much important. See, our country has faced a lot of bankruptcies. What was it? Financial indiscipline. You commit more than what you have. So that is sheer financial indiscipline. So if we teach them financial discipline, they would learn to pay off your debts before you buy something new, maybe an iPhone, maybe a laptop. A laptop can wait for another year, but your debts will not. So you will be a stable citizen once you are financially, you are in financial discipline. If every parent teaches their child to be financially disciplined, probably there will be no bankruptcies.
You're probably right. I mean, the debt ceiling of any country is a point of concern for the government. And, financial independence, financial discipline, financial literacy, whatever the word is, and if it is imparted at a very early age, then I think it can do wonders. We were given pocket money, I remember, from very early ages. And in fact, Indian culture says that any big person, any elder, when you go and when you're leaving or when you meet them and greet them, as a gift, as a token, some small amount were paid. We were given 10 rupees, 15 rupees, 50 rupees when we were kids. But nobody told us then how to spend that money. We were told how to save that money, but we were not told how to grow that money, or what a 50 rupee thing can get us something worth 65 rupees for that matter.
So I'll take that point and I'll share an experience with you. My kid, he's like what, 6 years old, and he has 6,000 something in his piggy bank. So probably he comes to me every time he wants something. Daddy, I want this. I have this much. Can I buy? So I tell them, okay, no, you can't buy, because he would ask me sometimes maybe in a phone. So probably I try to teach him that, is phone that important for you that you want to spend your 6,000 bucks on it? Probably it's not just 6,000 bucks. I'll be spending up more. But is it important for you? So having that conscious that this is important for me and this is not just for having it only. You should understand why you need that. Do you really need that? Is that thing making a difference to your life? Is important. So when I asked him a few questions, he was like, no, I don't want phone. I would probably buy something else. So that is a ladder where you build up. Yes, firstly you need to make informed decisions. You need them to make informed decisions by themselves. whether they want this or not, because if they keep on buying unnecessary things, they probably end up nowhere, and those unnecessary things have to be sold off at scrap later on. So you're dumping your money at the end, which you can easily give it to them when they grow up.
Yeah,
you're saving for them only.
Yeah, and it is only adding up, not
only adding up. So that is how financial discipline comes in. You teach them how to make decisions. What are the parameters for making decisions? What do you think about when you're making decisions? And how to make decisions.
That's a very important thing that needs to be inculcated among students.
Yes.
On the flip side, the other day I was explaining my mother how to invest money in stock market. So she's learning. So I believe a student should learn as well.
So I do learn from my teammates. Yeah. Sometimes if I get an idea, probably a small idea which has no meaning, give you a bigger idea that solves many purposes.
Yeah.
So I am very ready to learn from my team, from anybody. Probably if I'm sitting with you talking to you, there might be some points which I take back home.
Yeah.
So that is how you progress. Otherwise, you will not be able to progress.
So that's a good thing. Having said that, we do have I mean, as a company, as a edtech company, we feel that financial discipline, of course, it is important, but we also feel in the we also believe in the idea of financial inclusivity, where students from a very early age should know exactly what is being spent on them.
Yes.
So that they should own it from the very beginning. One way is for us is our payments and rewards platform, where we ask a student to pay their school fee through that platform, and when he or she pays the fee, we give them a reward. It could be in form of points, or it could be in form of some sort of vouchers or gifts and all, but when they receive it and when it is accumulated in their bank, we give them a platform to view all those things. Of course, it's an app-based thing. So when they see all those things accumulated, they see a sense of idea where, you know, they see even if they've spent something, they're still receiving a value that is greater than the numeric value of that money, right? So 100 रुपए की चीज़ उनको probably 110 रुपए 120 रुपए की value दे के जा रही है वहाँ पे, and that is a very great learning. We're also talking to a lot of people, a lot of other companies with whom we can partner and impart this knowledge through various tools, of course. But even way before this happens, what we are doing, what you are doing is very, very important. And I believe if you are able to give this experience to the students in some or the other way, using technology or not using technology, whatever the means be, if this education can be imparted to them, it's going to be a great deal.
There was another way where I got this education. I was in Australia, and my university used to have a quota for printing.
Okay.
Like it was a dummy thing.
Okay.
Like they would credit $25 into my account, my university card account, and probably I can spend it how I like. So that was the same pool that I can use for the cafe, or maybe for computer lab printouts. So but there were rates. So I had to divide there that how much I want to spend on my cafe, how much I want to spend on the printing. Probably I would compromise my print part and have a good meal, and probably I would compromise on my meal part and have good study material. So that decision university always left it to us. So it was us, and it used to show on the dashboard that $23 left, $20 left, $1 left, 1 cent left. So that was rehammering on my mind that for this month I have this much quota left, and henceforth I can plan my month. That I have this much, and probably if I'm spending out pretty quickly, I have to sit back for the whole month and have nothing.
Do you plan to do something like this with your schools?
Why not? Why not? Why not? It is very much not just students. I want to do it with teachers also.
Yeah.
Why not? When they learn, they automatically make their students learn. It cannot be just direct student learning. It has to be via teachers only. So they should understand the concept first.
That's a beautiful thing. I mean, it would be a sight to see if that happens, when that happens. And I wish you all the best for that.
Yes, thank you.
With that, we are out with the time.
Right.
And it was a lovely conversation. We learned a lot of things from you, and I believe we can contribute a lot to your mission. And whenever and wherever you need our help, we are there. At least I'm there.
Sure. Thank you, Tushar.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for listening to us. Next time we'll be coming up with another great guest, another unique experience. And till then, stay tuned. Bye-bye.